Come on, hurt me. You can't hurt me. Look at you. Look at you. Hey, Granted guys and gals, welcome back to another Granted video. Granted has just received a patch, and it looks like they may have fixed the bosses, changed one of the trinkets to make it really good, and some other things. Let's jump into it. Now, normally I don't cover every patch for a game, except when I feel like it merits it, and this one I think does. Now, of the fixes, the biggest one for balance is probably gonna be the boss shout attacks, and the wasp drone shouts in New Game Plus no longer trigger the AoE infusion attacks on anything their shout hit. So now fighting bosses should be a little bit more consistent and hopefully not going to explode into a ball of fire. Creatures involved in base attacks and waft emitter attacks no longer freeze up for clients when arriving. Hopefully it also fixes their invincibility sometimes that they have. That would be lovely, although I haven't seen that in a bit, so hopefully that is resolved. Milk Muller upgrades will properly carry over when going into New Game Plus. Hopefully that will work. We'll have to see. So hope they made some optimizations. Hopefully things will run better. We'll have to see. Crashes, hopefully they won't get those anymore. Lighting properly transitions if a defense event is active. Hopefully we'll have no more darkness bug. Duplicate infused weapons properly copy over the random effect, which kind of sucks. Now you won't be able to copy them to get a whole bunch of random effects to try to get a really good weapon. You'll have to grind the boss more and more. So that's gonna suck because I hadn't even gotten to the infused weapons yet. But let's see if they also change it so the cones will also copy 100% or if these will be random. Now, for better or worse, it looks like the cones are copied 100%. No longer will you be getting random effects on them. So that is good if you're with people, bad if you're by yourself. And now the biggest change and the reason I'm making this video is the damage reduction amount for the random trinket damage resist has been increased from 10% to 50%. That is massive. I think that is going to be a go-to trinket that you're going to always have to carry around, but I need to put that into context, what that means for you. Once again, we are over on the Grounded Wiki, and here we're looking at the armor protection mechanics. There are 3 different things you have to consider with armor. You have defense, resistance, and minimum guaranteed damage. The first one, defense, is damage threshold, which is this bar right here. The next one is resistance, which is a damage reduction, which is right here for this piece of armor at 7.5%. And then, of course, you have minimum guaranteed damage. You're always guaranteed to take some amount of damage regardless. If you could block everything, you're going to take just a bit. And so the way this works is the defense is a flat cutoff of the amount of damage you take. The resistance is a percentage off, and it goes in that order. And then if it goes below the minimum guaranteed damage, you'll be hit with that minimum guaranteed damage. In New Game Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, this amount doesn't really matter as much because the damage for bugs is doing so much. It's about the resistance. The resistance is a percentage off of how much damage is coming into you. And so, for example, here, if 130 damage is coming in, you have 30 defense rating, 30 resistance. The damage coming in been reduced to 100, then it'll be reduced another 30% to 70, reducing a total of 60%. Now, you still will always take damage. The minimum guaranteed amount of damage, it starts off at 25% and is reduced down to what they guess is about 11%. And that's whenever you upgrade your armor with the plating, it reduces that down roughly by 0.5%, down to about 11%. So you will take about 11% of damage. But blocking completely how much damage is coming in has always been kind of difficult until they made that change with that trinket. So now with that change, the damage resist of being 50% on this trinket, and if you add in the full set of heavy armor, which is, if you see here, 7.5, 7.5, 15, 30%, we're up at 80%. You tack on a little human food, that's another 10%. And of course, I am blocking it again. We have the comfy defense with another 10%. If you were to add that all up, that equals 100%, meaning that we should only take the minimum guaranteed damage of 11%. So let's go find out if that is really, really good or just okay. Okay, so we have our heavy armor on. We have our cone that has the defense. We have the comfy defense, and we're going to drink ourselves some sticky human food, another 10% right there. And of course, I think the best thing to test it on is the Black Widow. Oh. Wow. Still does damage, clearly, because of course there's a minimum, but the venom and the poison, all that stuff is stacking up.
I'm poisoned.
But it's not. Yep, okay. She's almost got me. Yeah, it looks like that trinket is going to be perfect to carry around the backyard. Of course, stacking venom and poison, stuff like that, is going to be a little bad. But It looks like the trinket is going to make a lot of these fights really easy to get through. I definitely recommend having it. Here, let me just take care of this big. Okay, stop that, bad, naughty. So it looks like you can get yourself up to basically 100% damage resist and take very, very little damage. I think every cone that you have will need at least damage resist on it on one slot. So let's check out the trinket change and the boss change. Let's take on the Broodmother, see if that scream doesn't explode me into little pieces. Also, I've decided to have a Black Ox Burger to give me another 2% damage resist. There's still that minimum guaranteed damage, but who knows? You know, why not, right? There are the mutations I'm running with. Full set of Mother Demon armor. Of course, the cone, bow attack, final crit boost and damage resist. You know, we're going to see if it'll work. All right. So hopefully I don't explode into lots of little bits of little children all over this girl's area. So we're just waiting for this scream. Here it is. Okay, good. No bombs or anything like that came out. And also, not really taking much damage. Obviously, she hasn't hit me. I'm too skilled at the game, right? All right, let's take a little bit of hit. Explosion. Look at the damage. It's barely. Oh, let me just, I'll just heal with a little patch. There you go. I mean, yes, I'm out healing with just my little patch of healing. Oh, now she's dizzy. So I have to say this cone is pretty darn good. I mean, I'm blocking, of course, but still, I mean, if I'm missing, look, I'm just missing now. Oh yeah, just missing. I swear, they go from, oh yeah, we'll make it too hard. Ah, we're gonna make it too easy now, come on. But I'm glad for that screaming change. That was very big. 50% though on that trinket is kind of nuts. I wouldn't even need healing items if I somehow got lifesteal on it and then boss damage. Could you imagine? That would be ideal. Oh no, I'm taking damage. Boom, I'm healed up. Oh my god, it is just too easy now. Oh no. Boom, all gone. You can just bully her in the corner. Well, there she goes. Okay. I think that trinket will do. Now, if I had it, if I were to be so lucky, I would love to have damage resist, loot luck, and then lifesteal. That would be my favorite running around one. If I could somehow stick on the quickness as well to it, I would. But if I could find that cone, I'd be happy. The other thing I would dream to have would be damage resist, boss damage, and then something else that would help with damage against bosses. I think carrying this into any boss fight is going to be important. I know infused creatures do a lot of different types of damage, and hopefully this will help mitigate some of that, so it's not going to be an immediate explosion of your little body in the backyard. What are your thoughts? Do you think this would be your go-to trinket in the backyard? Do you have a better trinket I should be looking out for? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You do no damage to me. You do a little damage to me. Oh wait, I have the wrong one on.